freely and greedily, preying on Dominion, Rebel, and neutral ships alike. Hiding out on the deserted planets, the raiders wait for an opportunity for profit.
Weasel!
Yo!
Get me another drink.
Coming up?
I'm blasted bored. Orion 4 used to be right in the thick of things. Transports, gold shipments, weapons transfers. No more. Haven't had a bit of action in this lane for weeks.
Relax, Spider. Our luck will change. It always does.
My men are restless, Weasel, and that's not good. If they don't get action soon, they'll leave me for Strager's camp. Blast him and his luck. That payroll scout they picked off last week was rich.
Well, we could chance a fake signal, boss. It's never failed to bring something down to Orion 4.
The fake distress signal. My favorite, Weasel. But it's always dangerous. It pinpoints our hideout.
But that's only important if they live to tell anyone.
Right. And they don't, do they? Let's set it up, Weasel. We'll see what the spider can lure into his web today.
On board her command ship, General Derrick has been called to the communications bridge to receive an urgent message.
A transmission for you from Dominion Homeworld, General Derrick.
Ready to receive.
Go ahead, Homeworld.
Greetings, General.
Is there something we can do for you, Igrathor?
As a matter of fact, there is. In a short time, a Dominion tanker loaded with fuel for the leader's war effort is scheduled to pass through the Orion corridor on its way to Homeworld Command.
You're requesting an armed escort for the tanker, Igrathor?
Exactly. Your orders are to get the Dominion fuel through that pirate-infested corridor without incident. Is that understood, General?
Perfect. I will see to it at once.
And General, no mistakes this time. Homeworld out.
General, I think you should know. We've been monitoring a strange, unidentified signal from the Orion corridor.
What sort of signal, Colonel Connors?
It is very weak and does not match any code or message that we know.
Could it possibly jeopardize the tanker escort mission?
I don't think so, General. But we'll keep monitoring it as we get closer to the Orion planets. It's probably just a satellite malfunction.
Well, you have the assignment. I expect you to handle it personally.
Yes, General. I'll see to the launch at once.
And Connors, remember what Igrathor said. There will be no mistakes.
The same distress signal is also being picked up at Mission Control on Cygnus 3. General Zane and his officers are trying to lock on to the exact origin of the signal.
Any change, Christina?
No, Father. We've been monitoring the signal here at Mission Control. It's still very weak and breaks up continuously. Beta, can you make anything more out of it?
My readouts confirm Mission Control's findings. A repeater signal, no verifiable code, origination planet unknown, but definitely in the Orion corridor.
Colonel Richards, when you were with the Dominion, did you do recon as far out as
Let
the
me
Orion
see.
planets?
Yes, General, that was, and I'm sure still is, a Dominion-patrolled corridor. But there's always been pirate activity there. That signal could mean anything.
The Orion planets have atmospheres hostile to human life. If someone is trapped down there, they could need our help.
Maybe we should send out a small scouting mission, Father. At least get close enough to find out where the signal's coming from.
I could decode the signal at closer range.
General, one of your scouts alone in the Orion corridor is just asking for it. The pirates would have it stripped and sold before we knew it was gone. At least send an escort or two with some backup firepower.
Christina, you and Richards take out a small recon squadron as soon as possible and find out where this signal is coming from. But be careful. Don't do anything else before reporting back to Mission Control.
We're on our way, General.
As the Rebel Scout mission closes in on the Orion system, the unidentified signal continues to grow stronger. On board Colonel Zane's craft, Beta tries to decode the signal and find its origin.
Beta, what can you tell us now? We're almost over the strongest point of the signal.
My readouts confirm the signal is coming from the planet Orion 4. Code's still not decipherable, I'm afraid.
Beta, what information do you have on Orion 4?
Star catalogs show Orion 4's atmosphere to be fairly tolerable for humans. Planet uncolonized. Landforms consist of swamps and sinkholes. No arable soil. Temperature averaging 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity constant at 100%.
Not exactly a vacation paradise. Richards, you and the others stay in recon mode. Beta and I are going in for a closer scan.
Colonel Zane, the general told us to report back first.
I'll do that as
Gotta
soon
fix
as I
that.
have something to report, Colonel.
But
We're going in. Zane out.
Locking on signal origin, Christina. It seems to be coming from those cave-like structures on the surface.
I've got a visual on it. What a galactic hole this place is.
I've lost the signal, Christina, and I'm picking up 3 spacecraft moving in fast, unidentified, surrounding us.
Take evasive maneuvers, Beta.
Afraid it's too late for that, little lady. May as well go quietly. You're boxed solid. No vector points.
Who are you? What do you want? We're here to answer a distress signal. We're here to help.
How nice of you to accept our invitation. As to what I want, that depends on what you've got. Come on, Weasel. Let's see what prize the spider is suckered in this time.
Back at Mission Control, General Zane gets a report.
I repeat, General, all we know is that Colonel Zane took her scout down to Orion 4 to locate and decode the signal. A few minutes after she entered the atmosphere, she disappeared from our scope completely.
Did you try and contact her on comlink?
Affirmative, General. All channels have been jammed.
Richards, I'm going to send McCormick's fighter group in as soon as they can launch. Stay there and try to pick up Beta's signal on frequency 13F.
13F, sir?
That's correct. Beta's programmed to send whenever Christine is in trouble. If you can get close enough to zero in on it, it just might save her life.
This is Colonel Connors to General Derek.
This is Derek.
Escort Fighter Squadron reporting in. We're about to enter the Orion corridor, sir. We should rendezvous with the Dominion tanker at 1200 hours, as planned.
What about that signal, Colonel?
Thank you.
Communications
Thank you,
lost.
Fragolettis.
The signal is gone, General. It disappeared a short time ago. No doubt just satellite interference, as I thought.
Very well, Connors. I want to know the moment you've successfully completed this escort operation. I want to pass it along to Egrathor personally. Don't fail me, dear one.
Never, General. Connors out.
With Christina kidnapped by space pirates and forced down on Orion 4, Richards and McCormick organize a rescue mission.
Colonel Richards, this is McCormick on your port side, along with Lieutenants Baker, Collins, and Stanwyck. What's the situation, sir?
I've picked up Beta's signal on frequency 13F. It's coming from the planet's surface.
Are we going in, sir?
I've been thinking about Colonel Zane's chances, McCormick. Something tells me the less attention we draw, the better. Baker and I will go in alone. The rest of you wait here for further orders. Give us 1 hour.
Roger, Colonel. But if you're not back in exactly 60 minutes, we're coming in. General will have my hide if I let 2 of his colonels disappear.
Sounds good to me, McCormick. Ready, Baker?
I'm right behind you, Colonel.
Then let's go. Head for the open area next to that marshland, Baker, and take her in easy, Lieutenant. We want to be able to get out, too.
Roger. She'll go down like a feather.
Don't forget the rescue gear, Baker.
Roger, Colonel.
Whew, it's hot enough to melt an asteroid. These marsh spiders are eating me alive.
Footing's not too firm, Colonel. Watch where you step. I'll switch on 13F.
Beta's signal's coming from our left, Baker. Let's get moving. Now stay a few paces behind me and watch out. We can't afford to be caught. This muck is over my ankles. It's getting harder to walk.
Baker! Baker, watch out! It's a sinkhole! Help me! I'm going down! Baker!
Hidden in a cave on Orion 4, the prisoner Christina Zane is interrogated by the pirate leader.
Well, my web has snared a rich prize. Colonel Christina Zane. You look surprised that I decoded your ID tags. Don't believe there's one in the whole galaxy I haven't broken. It's a business necessity. I hope you find the accommodations to your liking, my dear.
This whole planet is disgusting, and you and your people blend right in. These ropes are too tight. I demand to be released.
Ah, the little lady has some fight left in her. Good. I like that. It should be worth a great deal to the legendary General Alda Zane to get you back all in one piece.
What have you done with Beta?
Beta?
My droid, you idiot.
Oh. I'm afraid your Beta has been deactivated and is awaiting immediate sale. He'll bring a very good price.
Boss!
Yes, Weasel, what is it? Can't you see I'm busy entertaining our guests?
Sorry, Spider, but Kruger just came in from the space lane. He reported sighting an unarmed automated Dominion tanker trying to run the Orion corridor.
Is she full? What type of escort does she have?
She's riding slow and heavy, Spider. With just an armed escort of Dominion fighters, nothing we can't handle, boss.
Weasel! This is our lucky day. A famous prisoner to ransom and a Dominion tanker. That fuel will convert into a ton of gold standards. We'll be rich!
What do you want to do with the girl, Spider?
Yes, that is a bit of a problem now. Using that fake distress signal has made Orion 4 too conspicuous for the time being. After we steal the tanker, we'll need to move on to a new base. We'll take her with us.
I don't like having a female along the raid, boss. It's bad luck.
Marsh gas has fried your brains, Weasel. Don't question my orders. Just tell the men to get their gear together. Be ready to blast off at my command.
But Spider...
Do it, Weasel! Do it!
Meanwhile, Colonel Stephen Richards is being pulled deeper and deeper into the sinkhole on Orion 4.
Hurry, Baker! This slimy muck is up to my chin! I'm gonna throw this grappling line so the hook lands behind your head. Grab the rope and I'll pull you out. Got it. Harder, Baker. Pull harder. Don't struggle, Colonel. You're not making this any easier. Just a few more feet.
Thanks, Baker. That was close. But we've lost valuable time. Come on. We've got to find Beta and Colonel Zane.
Well, will you look at that? Somebody's been collecting scrap metal and spare parts to sell. What a pile of junk. Say, isn't that Beta, sir? Heaped up with those other droids?
Yes, he looks okay. Turn that signal off, Baker. We'll alert every guard in the place.
I hate to say it, but I think Colonel Zane's been kidnapped by raiders, sir.
That's what it looks like, Baker. We've got to get Beta moving again. Oh, no. They've removed the activator core. Well, I guess that does it. Let's get him back to the ship.
Well, not so fast, Colonel. I believe it's Lieutenant Baker to the rescue again. You see, each member of the squadron carries spare parts, in case Beta has an emergency, just like this. Oh, the General's very particular about that. Let's see, I've got an activator core somewhere. Yeah, here it is.
Amazing, Baker. The General seems to think of everything. I'll just put the new core inside this slot. There.
A, B, Beta, 1, 0, 0, 1, 10, 100, 1,000. Oh, Colonel Richards, Lieutenant Baker. I was certain my circuits would never work again.
Beta, we need your sensors to find out where Colonel Zane's been taken.
I'm not feeling quite normal yet, but I'll certainly try. Christina's not on Orion 4 anymore, Colonel Richards.
She's not? Where have they taken her?
Coordinates indicate Christina is above the planet.
Above Orion 4? Well, the pirates must have evacuated for some reason, sir. That would account for no guards being around, no sign of anyone.
They must have been in a big hurry to leave these droids behind. This is a valuable pile of junk metal and parts.
Really, Colonel Richards?
I wasn't referring to you, Beta.
What was that?
Contact McCormick and see what's going on in the corridor above us.
This is Baker on Orion 4. Do you read me, McCormick?
McCormick here, I copy. Have you found Colonel Zane?
Negative, but we did locate Beta. He tells us Colonel Zane is in your area, McCormick.
What's going on up there, Lieutenant?
We've got a Dominion fighter group escorting a tanker down the Orion corridor. They've been jumped by space pirates. We're out of range. Good fight, though.
McCormick, Colonel Zane is on one of those raiders' ships. Probably the leaders. You say they're in a dogfight for a large Dominion tanker?
Affirmative, Colonel. And so far, I'd say it's Raiders 2, Dominion nothing.
I think the Dominion may have just given us the answer to getting Colonel Zane back. McCormick, here's what we'll do.
Bravo! Space pirates! All units go to Code 5 assault sequence.
Affirmative on Code 5.
Scum like this will not be allowed to capture a Dominion tanker. But there's so many of them. Where did they all come from so fast?
This is Bravo. We've lost Butler. Wait, additional fighters coming at us from 9 o'clock. But these aren't pirates, Colonel Connors. The markings indicate a rebel squadron.
Rebels? Here? Am I having a malfunction? I do not understand.
Ian's fighter is down. The pirates plus the rebels outnumber us 5 to 1, sir.
Connors to remaining fighters, break off the attack. We'll have to abandon the tanker. We cannot take another direct hit. Hyperspace, let's get out of range. Fire!
Okay, McCormick. So far, so good. It's time for the second half of the rescue plan. This part's a bit more tricky. Form up around the tanker.
Forming up as ordered. Standing by for further orders.
Lieutenant Baker, you've got Beta with you. Is he able to pinpoint the location of Colonel Zane?
He's working on it, Colonel.
I have a lock, Colonel Richards. Sensors confirm Christina is in the lead pirate ship.
Thanks, Beta. This is Colonel Stephen Richards, Rebel Forces, requesting communication with the leader of the raiding convoy. Do you read me?
I don't know whether to thank you, Colonel, or blast you out of the galaxy to teach you a lesson. This is my territory, and I don't like to feel crowded.
We have no wish to fight you for this tanker or anything else.
Tell me what you want, Rebel. I'm losing patience.
I'm proposing a trade. We have something you want, and you have someone we want back. The tanker for Colonel Christina Zane. Is it a deal?
Deal? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't have both. The lady and the tanker.
Every rebel spacecraft you see has its meson cannons and lasers locked onto the same target. Your Dominion tanker. One move to take us out and we'll blast firepower at it like 100 launch towers. We will do it. Count on it.
You're bluffing, Rebel. You wouldn't risk an explosion in space so close to your own people.
If you're sure this is a bluff, then call it. But if you've guessed wrong, pirate, your profit will be space ash. Can you afford to waste such a valuable prize? It's up to you, Raider.
You got guts, Rebel. Your precious lady is worth much. But the tanker, the tanker, is worth more. I believe they call this a standoff.
Do you agree, then? The tanker in exchange for Colonel Zane.
All right, Rebel. Agreed. But bring one fighter alongside my ship. Transfer will be made to the port airlock. But don't try anything funny. The lady is no use to you dead.
Coming alongside to dock. Docking in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Locking on.
Colonel Richards, Steve, I don't know how you did it, but I'm sure glad to leave that place behind. Thanks.
Let's get out of here before that thief changes his mind. Richards to lead raider.
His name is Spider.
Wonderful. Colonel Richards to Spider. The tanker's all yours. The rebel fighters will release it as soon as I give the command.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, my dear lady. For now. But don't be surprised if we meet again someday. You're a prize worth chasing.
Christina, are you all right?
Just fine, Steve.
McCormick, release the tanker. Our business is finished here.
Roger. Nice to have you back, Colonel Zane. McCormick to all fighters. Break out of tanker escort formation. Regroup under Code B. Returning to Cygnus 3.
Colonel Christina Zane's rescue from the space pirates will be cause for celebration on the rebel planet Cygnus 3. But for the humanoid, Colonel Connors, the lost tanker will mean yet another failure to report to General Derrick. And so, the conflict continues.
The secret of Dominion. Have you discovered it? And what is Emerald Tree? More clues follow in Episode 5, A Galahad for the Dominion.
Dominion, an unrelenting source of evil and oppression. Will its secret ever be found? What is the key to the Emerald Tree mystery? For now, the war goes on. Following the loss of a Dominion tanker to space pirates, once again, General Vera Derrick has been called to account by the dangerously powerful Egra Thor.
General Derrick, we meet again.
I do not see the reason for these repeated summons, Egra Thor.
Do you not, General? It's quite simple. The leader is not pleased with your command. I am not pleased.
We engage the enemy more frequently, Egra Thor, so naturally our losses will be greater.
An interesting analysis, my dear. However, the Council of the Seven has decided to provide support for your command until Sector D shows improvement.
You expect me to share command in my sector?
This decision is not open to question, General. You will obey, or you'll be tried before the Council of the Seven for insubordination.
Who is this support person you refer to?
You may have heard of him. His name is Vishaya.
Vishaya? A bounty hunter? A murderer who was once imprisoned on the planet Satar? How dare you even suggest that I should take him into my command?
Your sparring grows tedious, General. Vishaya will leave with you today. He will do what you have failed to do. Hunt down and eliminate the traitor Richards. You are to provide him with anything he needs to complete his assignment successfully.
How long will this Vishaya be operating out of my command sector?
You ask questions without answers. I control this game, General. Vishaya awaits you in your space shuttle. Dismissed.
The rescue of General Zane's daughter from the space pirates has resulted in Stephen Richards being promoted to Rebel Commander. Although the rescue mission was a complete success, apparently one casualty was overlooked.
Christina, I heard you were at the base hospital. Are you all right?
I'm fine, Steve. It's Beta here who's feeling a bit out of sorts.
You took a robot to the hospital for treatment?
I keep forgetting that you still don't know all of Beta's strange little quirks. You see, Beta checked himself into the hospital.
Hello, Commander Richards.
Beta, you do look a bit under the weather.
Ever since Orion 4, I've had a dysfunction in my joints. My metal connectors are expanded and out of shape. I can barely use my grasping and walking appendages.
Well, it sounds like humidity got to your mobility connectors.
Exactly what I was telling him. We're on our way to robotics maintenance to get him patched up. You see, Beta thought he had a bad case of alpha influenza.
But you're a robot, Beta.
Some of my symptoms were just like Christina's when she had alpha influenza. The general took her to the hospital.
Now, don't worry, Beta. Robotics will have you up to speed in no time.
Still don't think I understand.
He'll be fine, Steve. Oh, by the way, I've been thinking about something ever since you rescued me from those space pirates. Were you bluffing when you threatened to blow up that Dominion tanker?
Good question. Glad I never had to answer it.
On board a Dominion shuttlecraft, returning to her command ship, General Vera Derrick makes her feeling...
For this multitasking number cruncher, time is money. So I go to Floor & Decor, where I get rock-bottom prices on tile, wood, stone, and laminate. Plus, I score free in-store design services. Now that's time well spent.
Explore Floor & Decor in person or online.
Sometimes, it can feel like there's no way out of treatment-resistant depression. You take one antidepressant after another, and they aren't working for you. It's like you're going in circles. Turn to a different choice. Spravato is the first prescription nasal spray taken along with an oral antidepressant for adults with treatment-resistant depression. Spravato is taken under the supervision of a healthcare provider. Spravato works differently than other antidepressants. In clinical studies, those who took Spravato with an oral antidepressant experienced a greater reduction of depression symptoms at 4 weeks. Spravato is not for everyone and can cause serious side effects, including sleepiness, fainting, dizziness.
Hey, Streamer Scout, Alain. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Let's see.
Mine for eliminating the most dangerous traitor the Dominion has ever known.
Hope you're doing well, Alon.
Space. A black
Streamer
void,
Scout Alon.
except for the flashing lights on 4 rebel fighters. They're on their way to the prison ship Zeta to attempt a dangerous rescue.
We're getting close. Now check your attitude controls, McCormick.
Attitude control stable, Commander.
All right, we're about to enter the meteor field. Keep your eyes open, everybody. Those rocks move fast.
Lieutenant Stanwick to flight leader. I think I found a meteor I can handle, Commander.
Well, which one, Stanwick? Everything I see is too big for tractor beam control.
Over to the left, Commander. I'm almost behind it.
That meteor's too big, Christina. His tractor beam will overload.
Veer off, Stanwick, and that's an order.
I can handle it, Colonel. Wait, what's happening? Red line. Overload. Malfunction in the power unit. Commander!
Break off, Stanwick.
I can't. It's too close. It's going to...
McCormick, take over Stanwick's point position.
I copy, Commander.
Concentrate on the mission, everybody.
Commander, over there. 2 o'clock. Readouts confirm those meteors to be within tractor beam limits.
Good work, Beta. Let's tractor on and get out of here. We can't waste any more time.
Invisible behind meteors of enormous size, the 3 spacecraft drift toward the prison ship.
It's getting late, Bashaya. Feeling nervous that your plan to lure Richards into this trap might not work?
You'd enjoy watching me fail, wouldn't you, Connors?
Just observing your methods. If you ask me, I don't think Richards is going to show. By processing available data, I predict you're going to look very foolish within the next few hours.
You mechanical cretin! I've had enough of you and your general!
Don't touch me!
With this one hand, Connors, I could snap your control center at any time. Something about me you don't know, humanoid. I was on Satar's prison colony for 10 long years. They never tell you that Satar orbits a neutron star. A star that emits radiation. Very powerful radiation. Eventually it drives a man completely out of his mind.
I must be allowed to function.
I could terminate you right now. With great pleasure. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Then I'll let you function a little longer. But stay out of my way.
Radar 1, calling Vishaya.
This is Vishaya. What is it?
Sir, we just picked up 3 unusual meteors. They're traveling in a kind of formation, as you predicted.
Well, what do you know? Keep tracking them. Vishaya out. I told the General I knew how Richards would react. The Academy meteor trick. He took the bait, Connors.
How should we close the trap, Vishaya?
Double the guard around the prison cells. Remove all but 3 guards from the docking bay. I want to give Richards all the rope he needs to hang himself.
Unaware of the trap Vishaya has set, the rebel assault team arrives at the prison ship Zeta. With all power shut down, they maneuver with jets of compressed gas as they zero in on their target.
There's the prison ship. It's big enough to hold a city.
Fighters 1 and 3. Come in as close to me as you can. I'll connect umbilicals to both of you as soon as I attach to the prison ship.
Do it as quietly as possible, Beta.
Umbilical to the Zeta completed.
And with no reaction from the prison ship.
Good work, Beta. Commence umbilical attachments to fighters 1 and 3.
Roger, Commander. Latched and locked together. The Zeta and the three of us are now a single unit. Christina, I still think I should be coming with you.
Believe me, Beta friend, following your orders and staying with the fighters is vital to the success of our mission and to my safety.
All right. I understand my instructions and know what to do when I hear Christina's signal, Commander.
Thanks, Beta. Now, McCormick, Christina, get into your pressure suits. We'll all rendezvous outside the Zeta docking bay.
Remember to use the handholds on the umbilicals and stay close together during EVA.
I copy, Colonel. Depressurizing.
Okay, this is it. Here we go. Easy does it. Docking bay dead ahead. Stay where you are for a moment. I'm going to swing around front and try to locate the guards.
Can you see anyone, Steve?
Negative. Oh, wait. There's one guard inside, but it looks like he's asleep. Come on, follow me in. Try to land just above the airlock. Quietly.
Coming in. I'm down, Commander. Colonel Zane, give me your hand.
Made it. We're all here, Steve.
Okay, help me with the airlock door. Not so much noise. Okay, now close it. Everyone down. The guard could see us through that spaceport. Going to equalize the pressure in here.
So far, so good. Let's get out of these helmets.
Commander, there are only 3 guards in this whole docking bay.
That's odd. There should be at least a squad, if I remember correctly.
We're gonna have to take those guards out, Steve.
Right. Phasers on disable. And don't miss. If we hit those refueling tanks, it's all over. Now, as soon as the door is clear, we move. Now, let's lock up these guards and get to the cell blocks. Hurry.
Look at them, Connors. Wandering around in total ignorance of their fate. Are the men in position?
Yes, Messiah.
All right, Richards. Just keep coming. Only a little further.
This is too easy, Commander.
I'm getting a bad feeling.
I agree. This has setup written all over it.
How right you are, Richards. Drop your weapons. Guards, move in.
Better do as he says.
Very wise decision. Take the girl and her friend to a cell. Bring Richards to me. I've waited a long time for this. So, Commander Richards, we meet again.
Well, well. Bishaya.
You remember me.
I remember you.
You and your landing party were trapped so easily, Richards. You must be losing your touch.
And Major Connors. This is beginning to look like a Dominion reunion.
Command ship to Vishaya.
This is Bishaya.
General Derrick is waiting to speak to you. She says it's urgent.
Put her on hold. I'll deal with you later, Richards. Guard, take him down to the cell block with the others.
It's not over yet, Vishaya. Believe me, it's not over yet.
Connors, follow them down. And if he makes a wrong move, don't hesitate.
I understand.
And I don't care who told you to put me on hold. Vishaya, come in at once. This is General Derrick.
Yes, General.
Have you captured Richards?
Of course I've captured Richards.
Anyone else?
A girl. I believe Richards called her Christina. And a young officer of no consequence.
Did you say Christina? That could be General Zane's daughter, Vishaya. What was that noise?
I'm checking the screens now. That explosion just blew off the starboard side of this ship.
This is Radar 1, sir. Rebel fire has disabled warp drive. We're a sitting duck, sir.
I demand to know what's happening.
Impossible. We're under attack. Surrounded by rebel fighters.
Vishaya, you and Connors take the nearest escape pod and get out before it's too late. Losing that prison ship will cost you. I promise you that.
Aboard the crippled prison ship Zeta, General Zane joins his victorious rebel officers.
Frankly, Christina, I was worried. But when Beta signaled us, we sent in everything we had and we won.
I was very concerned about you, Christina. It took so long for you to signal that you had taken over the ship.
Well, Beta friend, I appreciate your concern. It just took McCormick and me a little longer than we thought to overcome our guard.
Colonel, that sprained ankle trick of yours was great. Those guards were so surprised, the rest was a cinch.
It works every time.
And with all power gone on the Zeta, there was no way for them to escape or retaliate. Great work, Beta.
Why, thank you, Commander. But it was nothing, really.
So what's next, General?
After we offload our people and the Dominion prisoners, I suggest we blow this prison ship to pieces. I want to make sure it will never be used to keep anyone in chains and misery again.
The rebels of Cygnus 3 have a victory to celebrate, but it's fleeting and temporary at best, for the Dominion never rests. They will be back.
The secret of Dominion. Have you discovered it? And what is Emerald Tree? More clues follow in episode 6. Diamonds in the Sky.
For the past several weeks, Vishaya has secretly been working on a deadly ray designed to destroy entire solar systems. He's called in an expert to make final adjustments. The expert is Dr. Michaels, the same doctor who saved Commander Richard's life on Cygnus 3. Lured to the other side by promises of wealth and fame, Dr. Michaels prepares to test the deadly new weapon, the Cryon Beam.
Dr. Michaels, I feel it necessary to remind you of the importance of the weapon you're perfecting.
You have to understand something, Vishaya. For the past few years, my work has been strictly medical. It's been ages since I've worked with cryon particles or anything else.
Ah, but your expertise is legendary, Doctor. However, I will be keeping a close watch on you.
I made a bargain, Vishaya.
Remember what happened to the last scientist on this project?
But there's something I don't understand.
What is it
His
called?
notes say that the cryon beam was to be used to cool the atmospheres of planets too hot for colonization, not for the elimination of all life.
Yes. Well, there's a military application here. I understand this device is capable of extinguishing the suns that rebel planets orbit. Am I right, Doctor?
Yes, but Vishaya, the moment those suns die, the planets will grow colder and colder until, why, the deaths of those people living on those planets would be...
I'm aware of the end result, Doctor. Now get busy and order that test beam fired.
Dr. Michaels to generator control.
Generator control standing by, Doctor.
Transfer power from all levels to the cryon beam on the test star.
Acknowledge. 10 seconds to full power. We will fire on your command.
5 seconds to test firing. 3 seconds. Freon insertion. 2, 1, fire. The star has been completely vaporized.
Beautiful. I'd say the beam is perfected. Brilliantly done, Dr. Michaels.
What have I done? You'll have to excuse me, Vishaya. I've got to have some time alone to think about it.
Don't be too long. We have several more tests to complete before we give our report to General Derrick. A report of complete success with the cryon beam. A wonderfully deadly new weapon.
Unaware of Vishaya's new weapon, Commander Richards accompanies his friends to one of the recreation centers on Cygnus 3, Club Trispace 17. In the dimly lit interior, A turbaned host with a twisted smile greets them.
How do you like it so far, Steve?
They sure don't have places like this in the Dominion.
As crowded as this is, maybe the Dominion has a good idea.
Is it always like this?
Well, most of the time.
Too many people. Too close together. Breeding places for pestilence and disease. Just an observation.
What did he say? Watch your step.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, here's a little something for your trouble.
Ooh, danku.
What was that?
Oh, he's one of the tri-space aliens, Steve.
I hate to interrupt, but I must state that I am very uncomfortable in this place.
Your discomfort is duly noted. Now be quiet, Beta.
Tri-spacers run all these clubs, Commander. Excellent managers, even if they are a little difficult to understand.
I shouldn't even be here.
Oh, you can't work all the time, Steve. When you're not flying missions, you and Beta are trying to trace references to the Lost Emerald Tree project.
So far, I'm afraid we've uncovered very little. And all that data search is most taxing on my modulating converters.
The Colonel's right, Commander. We all need a little time off now and then.
Order. I am your service droid. Punch up your favorite selection, please.
Quite a list. Let's see. I think I'll have that.
I haven't had triclon stew in years. Make it 2.
Why not 3?
Punch. Order complete to release me from this position. Thank you. Order received. Order received.
Oh, look. It's Balamenia. She's going to sing.
A beautiful voice. Who is she?
She's an Altusian freedom fighter, a famous one.
Altusia. It was conquered by the Dominion over 20 years ago, wasn't it?
Correct, Commander. This is their national anthem.
Dominion may have conquered their homeland, but the Altusians will never give up fighting for their freedom.
That goes double for the rebels on
Simon! Oh my god, it's Simon. The greatest streamer I know. How you been, man? I'm just working on somebody's podcast thing right now. So far, it's like this. Oh, that's without line. Hold up. There we go. There we go. Yeah, their little podcast
I always
thing.
marvel at them gray, listless beings
I
without
should
hope.
really
You
fix
wanted to
that.
see me
But
about something,
I will.
Major?
I will definitely
I have
fix that.
correlated the information
Oh
you
no!
wanted
Oh my god! This is.
What are your
But yeah, so far it looks a lot like this. Yeah, this is somebody's podcast thing where they can just take away the lettering, take away that,
Not to mention the loss of
and
the
they can
Satan
have a
itself.
nice background.
What do you suggest we do about that?
So they can have both, and it's all good.
This is Derek.
The Shia on the warship Burgess is waiting to speak to you.
So yeah,
Go ahead.
I hope you've been doing good. I mean, do whatever you feel like. I'm just glad you dropped in. Thank you so much, man.
Excellent. Is the beam ready
hold
to
up.
be used on Cygnus 3?
We need to do one more test, General.
If you need to be working, though, I'm not going to hold you up. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. There you go. I know nobody's in here, but I wanted to...
I'll be in touch. Bashaya out.
Well, it's for a friend, so I'm only charging them for half.
A little more time to
It
finish his
is
work on
for a friend. I am only going to charge them half. So I know a lot of people are like, you don't have to charge for half, and it's like, yeah, but they're my friend. It's the right thing to do.
And the Council of the Seven.
Don't be too sure of that, dear one. If the Gryon beam is a success,
So yeah, I've been doing good so far. Today was a pretty okay day. Could have been worse, could have been better. I hope you guys are doing okay in Australia. Hope everybody's doing good. Don't tell me that there's another
All shields to
You don't charge anything?
General Zane.
My
what's
God.
happening, sir?
The planet Caspia is sending out a
You
distress
must be
signal.
rolling in the
Hostile
dough.
warships are about
Oh
to enter their solar
God.
system.
I understand.
That's what I was.
I'll have
That's
our
what I
fighters
was
off in no
fearing.
time.
Ugh. We are not in a
7, 9, and
lockdown,
13, ready for launch.
but also the CDC cannot make up their fucking mind. So you know, that's fine. I just love it when people can't make up their damn mind. I get it. It's an ever-changing virus. I am being mad at things that I cannot control. So that's just kind of my opinion right now.
Attack groups. I read 2 warships and about 10 Dominion fighters engaging the Caspian forces. But I only see 3 Caspian fighters.
Confirmed. Only 3 Caspian fighters remain, Commander.
Steve, concentrate your squadron's attacks on the Dominion warships. McCormick's group will help the Caspian fighters.
But other than that, today was good.
On my scope. Wait a minute. What is that on top?
Running Dominion warships.
Oh, okay. You're like, it's just nice chilling out and hanging out. You know? Maybe you actually do something. I mean,
It certainly looks that way. But why?
yeah, sleep in, always nice. Hey, bored.
All right,
What
don't
you
keep
up
us
to,
in
bored?
suspense. Why did you order your
You
fighters to
staying
retreat?
bored and tired? Hope Brosvy's doing good too. I did not check up on him because I was busy tonight. Yeet! Yeet yourself out of here. I was on a hot date, which I was not expecting to have a hot date. She canceled and then still came over. So, you know,
Realize what you've done? You've murdered thousands of innocent
going
people.
for a low profile stream tonight. Yeah. That's okay. Oh my God. Hold up. I'm back. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. There was a call and I had to take it.
As the diversionary attack begins on Cygnus 3,
Calm down, you.
Major Connors moves in to carry out his devious plan.
There are the explosions. Time to begin my descent.
Nice. Nice.
4,000. 3. All lights off. Must find a place to land. Here, I think. The trees will shield me from prying eyes, and there's an outpost a short distance away. Couldn't be better. 50 meters. Soft landing. Come, my friends. Food is waiting. I'll use the trees and the darkness to reach the outpost building. Set the auto releases on the cages. Soon you will be free, my pretties, and I will be on my way. Now, back to the protojet. Carefully, I must not be observed.
Halt! Who goes there? Keep your hands where I can see them. Well, a Dominion Major. Quite a surprise.
Yes, I'm as surprised as you are.
Turn around. Move it. Welcome to Outpost 19, Major. Inside. And don't try anything funny. I'm going to do a weapons search. Don't even twitch. Into the cell. Go on. You're a strange one. No weapons, no papers, just the name Connors on your jacket patch. This is Sergeant Fenton at Outpost 19, calling Command Control.
Command Control, what have you got, Fenton?
I'm holding a prisoner here, Lieutenant. A Dominion Major named Connors.
Good work, Sergeant. I'll be there in 5 minutes. And keep a watch. There could be more. Out.
Gonna leave you here in the cell, Connors. But I'll be right outside that door, with a laser pistol in my hand. Got it?
Yes. You fool, thinking I would be unprepared for capture. Inside my thumb cavity, a vial of powerful acid poured into the lock. Now I can get out of this cell. Inside this flap on my body cavity, a small but effective phaser. Activate thermal sensors. And aim for maximum body heat. No need to even open the door. The laser burst will go right through it. Goodbye, Sergeant.
At Rebel headquarters, Richards and Christina watch as Dominion protojets break off the attack.
Their attack didn't do a great deal of damage. My Dominion background makes me suspect an ulterior motive.
But what could it be?
Well, I'm sure this was a diversion of some kind. A Beta.
Yes, Commander.
Plug into the Master Communications Console. I want you to sift through all communications within the last hour to locate anything unusual.
Rapid scanning of data always gives me severe sensor strain, but my personal health is of little concern when I can be of service.
Beta, just do it. Immediately.
Of course, Christina. Connecting.
If there's anything unusual, Beta will find it.
I've got it.
What is it, Beta?
Transmissions from Outpost 19. The first at 1800 hours, 23 minutes, involves the capture of a Dominion officer, a Major Connors.
Interesting.
And what's the second transmission, Beta?
A short time later, the lieutenant dispatched to Outpost 19 to pick up the prisoner found him gone, and the sergeant who called in the capture was dead.
Connors was here and gone. He had a reason.
Wait, there's more. The sergeant had been killed by a laser shot, but the body had been half eaten by something unknown.
That's it. Whatever mutilated the body is the reason Major Connors was here. He's planted something on Cygnus 3. Something that could kill us all.
Beta has located the Henderson reports. Reports of unusual...
Yes. Yes.
1900 hours,
Yes.
Outpost 19. Lieutenant Henderson reporting. When I got here, what was left of the sergeant was directly in front of the door. There were what looked like small rats chewing on the body, but they scattered when I arrived. I took the body inside. Henderson out. 100 hours, Outpost 19. Something funny out here. You know those rats I mentioned last time? Well, they've brought a whole lot of their friends to the area. I can see hundreds of them out there, staring at me with those little red eyes. What's taking you guys so long? Henderson out. 0300 hours, Outpost 19. We got rats completely surrounding the outpost. There's tons of them. Maybe it's my imagination, but they look real hungry. Don't leave me here. Somebody help me.
Using a terrafoil, the rebels speed across Cygnus 3, heading for Outpost 19.
Get us there as quickly as possible, Beta.
Dr. Close, your scientific expertise as a biologist and pathologist will be invaluable to us.
I'm anxious to help in any way I can.
We'll need an immediate analysis of the sergeant's wounds, Doctor.
Commander Richards, you said that the man found at the outpost was severely bitten by something?
Yes, and we thought you might be able to shed some light on what kind of animal might do that. We've got to know what we're up against here. Well, there's Outpost 19 up ahead. That must be Lieutenant Henderson waiting for us. I don't see any signs of anything unusual around now.
Over here. Over here, Commander Richards. Hurry. It's dangerous to remain outside. Those creatures left a few minutes ago, but they might return at any second.
Where's the body, Henderson?
I moved it inside the post, sir.
Yeah, there we go.
There may be a need for quick departure.
I'm fucking...
Good idea, Beta.
Well, there he is. Not a very pretty sight.
What do you make of it, Doctor?
Hundreds of tiny bites. And look at this. A bite that goes completely through a bone. Christina, hand me that book on animal taxonomy in my medical bag. That's the one. Thank you. I can't believe it. I certainly never thought I'd see it. But it must be.
What is it, Dr. Close?
A rare animal, a mutation, but one that fascinated me as a student.
What kind of monster caused this, Doctor?
Far from a monster, Commander, at least in size. This is a tiny creature, no more than 10 centimeters in length, with very sharp teeth and strong jaws. Rattus spatium.
That's what they look like, all right.
Why would Connors
You know what?
deliver such an animal
I think
to
it's
Cygnus
good.
3?
He must have set 2 of them loose. They reproduce very rapidly. I'm sure he intends to have them overrun the planet. And they will. They'll eat everything in their path. We've got to get out of here immediately and warn the others.
Save.
Space rats, they're coming back.
And now...
Christina, we're being surrounded. There are tiny red eyes all around the terrafoil.
Beta, move next to the outpost door. We're coming out.
Roger, out.
Christina, Henderson, put your phasers on kill. We'll blast a path to the terrafoil. Ready? Go! On, Christina! Look out! The door, Beta! Quickly now! Everybody inside!
Ah! My foot! One of them got me!
Everybody's in, Commander.
There's one on the door!
Beta, get us out of here! Quickly!
On the command ship, General Derrick lifts her glass in a toast.
To Major Connors, may the planet Cygnus 3 be overrun with space rats, eating their fill.
Let us not celebrate too
Rendering
soon. Richard is no
images.
fool. If he can
Now I
stop
believe
he
it.
will.
Time is on our side. Already the creatures have begun to mate. and they will multiply endlessly.
Relax, Vashaya. Richards is a clever, determined young man, but he has no special powers when it comes to the laws of nature.
Of course, General. Perhaps I worry too much.
Come, lift a glass. Let us savor the moment.
Dr. Close and Colonel Zane are above Cygnus 3 in a hovercraft, collecting data and viewing the destruction caused by the exploding population of space rats.
Dr. Close, look at that. The space rats have already eaten their way through half the forested area beyond outposts 18 and 19.
Luckily, it's an area of low human population, but the plant and animal destruction is devastating.
Reports from Mission Control, Christina. Nothing seems to work against the space rats so far. They've tried force fields, poisons, explosives.
Do the reports indicate human death? We broadcast an emergency all-points bulletin to remain inside.
Some humans were caught between destinations, Dr. Close. The death toll stands at 63.
Just having the fun.
Based on the way the space rats are multiplying, I'm afraid Cygnus 3 will be a desert in less than 4 days.
Just having so much fun.
Death behind locked doors.
Is there a solution, Dr. Close?
There may be. Let's get back to Commander Richards at Outpost 19. There's something I want to try. It may be our last hope.
Back on Cygnus 3, there is a flurry of activity above Outpost 19.
Okay, out there. Lower the tank.
Dr. Close, the system we installed in this hovercraft baffles me.
What can a receiver and 4 loudspeakers do to rid the planet of space rats?
Those speakers will broadcast 4 tones played by the synchrodator here on board the hovercraft.
The space rats should be irresistibly drawn toward the sound. Slow the winch, men.
The water tank is in position, Christina.
Thank you, Beta.
Bringing the hovercraft down to within a foot of the tank.
Hold it steady, Beta. I'm going out on top of the tank.
Careful, Commander Richards. The rats are beginning to gather.
I'm going to open the tank and slide the ramp to the ground. When I do, some of these rats will come up after me. Christina.
Ready, Steve?
There goes the door to the tank. He's sliding the ramp down. The rats are going crazy.
They're coming up the ramp.
Cease fire! Cease fire! I'm coming aboard. There. Beta, get that hatch shut. Okay, Doctor. It's all yours.
Hope I guessed correctly.
Look, the rats are pouring out of the woods, hundreds of them.
Turn up the gain. I think we've got them.
I am going to get some more drink.
The rats are moving up the ramp.
One just fell into the tank.
And more and more. They're tumbling in by the ton.
Wait! What's that sound?
The rats are imitating the tones.
That's the last of them. Christina, use your phaser to cut the cable that holds the door of the tank open.
The rats are still repeating the tones, Dr. Close, even though you've stopped the synchrodator.
Yes, hearing it is eerie. It's a ritual. A death ritual. They've stopped. Soon they'll go into a frenzy. Then, their final act of life.
What do you mean, Doctor?
Space rats refuse to wait patiently for death, Commander. When there is no alternative food source available, they become cannibals. Space rats live to eat, and they die the same way.
Once again, the Dominion's plan has failed. The rebels of Cygnus 3 have survived to continue their fight for freedom in the galaxy.
The secret of Dominion. Have you discovered it? And What is Emerald Tree? More clues follow in episode 8, Double Trouble.
There you go. It stopped rendering, yay.
The alien planet Delphi. Hot, burning acid rain slashes across the surface. Boulders wet with death litter the pockmarked face of a forgotten world. Lightning reveals a rebel shuttle on a rough landing site. Standing alongside the spacecraft, Commander Stephen Richards and General Zane are encased in full protection body shells to shield themselves from the planet's deadly rain. They are on a desperate mission seeking fuel from the hermits of Delphi.
The seal on the
Blam.
shuttlecraft protects it from the acid rain. Same goes for us.
Blam, blam. Oh, hot damn.
Wristbands read normal, General. All set. We're heading for those orange lights up ahead. The hermits will meet us there. Why would anyone choose to live in a place like this? The hermits wanted a retreat where they wouldn't be disturbed. It looks like they got what they wanted. Watch it, Steve. Be careful. A puncture in your protective shell could be fatal, I know. We're almost there. Orange lights just ahead. Inside here. It's a kind of chamber. The orange lights just float. If I'm not mistaken, the designs on the walls are like temple carvings from 16th century Earth. We wait here. They will know. Ah, Excellency.
You will follow me.
We can't follow him. He's passing right through that rock wall.
Follow humans.
Do as he says. We walked through that wall like it was smoke. This is my third trip here, and I still don't understand how they do it.
Stand in the yellow cone of light for decontamination.
We're also being cleansed of travel fatigue and given a dose of relaxant.
You may remove your shell. Welcome to our world. Commander, you think me strange and physically unappealing. It is a disturbing thought pattern to me. You will suppress it.
You knew what I was thinking?
I forgot to mention the hermits read minds, Steve. They call it mind sharing.
You have never personally seen Delphian eye stalks before?
I didn't mean to offend you, Excellency.
You speak the truth. Good. If you did not, you would be dead. Follow.
Delphi is honeycombed with corridors like this one.
Hanging out with my friends right now.
The hermits live.
Hanging out with my